Hi everyone, my name is Vaishnavi and this is my YouTube channel dedicated to editorial looks for women of color. Today we're going to be doing a kind of double eyeliner look. I'm going to start by simply concealing my face and just place it under my eye. I'm also going to go ahead and highlight my nose. As I've mentioned in a previous video, I always choose a color that's significantly lighter than my actual skin tone. I'm going to go ahead with a concealer that's closer to my skin tone. Cover up some of the darkness around my mouth and my nose. And all my little exploded pores because I refuse to call them pimples. Today's look is going to be an eyeliner look, so I'm not going to try to make it too warm. I'm going to focus on contour as opposed to bronzer, which is my more natural, normal look. And I'm also going to go ahead and contour my jawbone, chin area. And I will definitely also contour my nose. Again, from the eyebrow to the nose, I think it looks really good if you go ahead and contour that area, even if you don't do the bridge of your nose. I'm actually going to go ahead and add some concealer under my contour as well. I'm afraid I applied too much, so that's a quick tip. I'm just going to blend it out with a beauty blender. I'm going to start with the contour area, just going in with the butt of the beauty blender. Putting that concealer underneath it also makes it more precise. Quick comment about the earrings that I'm wearing. They're called jhumkas and they're Indian, so if you ever see them at Anthropology and feel tempted to buy them, don't, unless you're Indian. Now I'm going to go ahead and actually do my nose. Alright, and finally the under eyes. Also, leaving that concealer on longer will help it stay more pigmented and more in place. That is a Jackie Aina tip for all the OGs. So now I'm going to go ahead and set that with just kind of a compact brush. I'm pretty old school with powder, so I used Sacha buttercup. I feel like that was trending in 2016. Just make sure you settle into those creases, because when you put powder in there, it helps the crease to stay separated and not like get too deep. I'm also just going to go ahead and apply some powder around my nose. Also on all the exploded pores. So now I'm going to go ahead and take my bronzer. I'm going to be pretty light with the bronzer. I still like to use it in all of my makeup looks because I think that anyone with kind of a medium skin tone should try to warm their face up. It just looks better. Sometimes when you put contour and highlighter on, it can really wash out the color in your face. So I'm a strong believer in bronzer and blush. Alright, so most days I just use a brow gel. Today I want to do something a little bit more dramatic because the focus is on the eyes. So I'm going to use a Anastasia pencil and I'm just going to make some upward strokes starting kind of in the middle of my brow and create some extra hair. I'm fairly thick brow, so I'm not going to focus too much on creating hairs. Just want to fill in any of the gaps. And then just create a tail to your liking. A James Charles tip is to kind of make it straighter than you normally would. Now I'm going to go in with a brow gel just to add some structure to my brow. I'm always here for the bushy brow trend. So now I'm just going to prime my lids. I use just a high coverage concealer that's a little lighter than my skin tone. I do like to go up all the way to the brow. I'm just going to use my finger to blend that out. Now we have our lids primed. So now I'm going to go ahead and start on the eyes. I went ahead and set the eye primer. Oftentimes when I do these creative looks, I just kind of go for it. So you're going to kind of see my process today. I am going to use a red lipstick. This is a Kat Von D lipstick. I'm going to use it on my eye. That's something I do pretty frequently. I honestly think that matte lipsticks often work better than like gel eyeshadows. I'm gonna start by just placing this on my eye at the center of my eye. This has a great applicator for eyeshadow makeup, so That's why I generally opt for Kat Von D. I'm just filling that lash line with the lipstick. Don't go too high on the outside because that's where you want to shape it. Now I'm going to go ahead and kind of create a shape on the inner corner of my eye. I like to do kind of like a extended wing look on the inside. I also twisted the applicator so that the pointier part is on my eye right now. So as you can see, it's not perfectly precise. It's not really possible with an applicator like this, but I'll go ahead and use concealer and coconut oil to shape it in a second. I'm not going to go all the way up into my crease because it does tend to crease a little bit if you go all the way up there. Okay, now for the outside, I'm going to actually go ahead and dip in again and take off most of the product. And then I'm going to create a bit of an eyeliner look. I'm going to start from the corner of my outer eye and just lift it upwards. Okay, I have a shape kind of created, a line created. I'm gonna go ahead and connect what I had already created, kind of create a dip right here so it looks more like eyeliner, and just connect those and try to sharpen the end. Don't be afraid to use your finger to shape the eyeliner in the end. I do this every single time I do eyeliner. Just use your ring finger. Before the product actually sets, go ahead and swoop it out because it helps create that shape that you'd like. Okay, so that's kind of the gist of it. I'm just gonna clean up the top. I do think I still have to clean it up using a Q-tip and some coconut oil. You can use anything makeup remover related. With graphic liner, it really is about having nice, sharp, clean lines. It looks so much cleaner just using that Q-tip. Also be careful not to use the coconut oil under your eye because you do have concealer on there. When I do it under the eye, it tends to get complicated and messy and you have to reapply concealer. So just try to do it from the top if you can. Now I'm gonna just use my favorite black eyeliner. It's a liquid eyeliner, and I'm gonna create a parallel line underneath the end of my wing right here. I'm gonna go ahead and start at the outer corner of my bottom lash line. I'm mimicking the shape of the top of that other eyeliner. Alright, so I have that initial line. I think it's difficult to draw the second line and fill it in the way you would a normal eyeliner, so I'm just going to thicken this line and then just try to figure out a shape. Now that I have a good shape for my second eyeliner, I'm going to just play around with shaping the top of the eye using the black. So I'm just gonna go in and outline it with the black. I'm just thickening the line. Okay, and I'm going to attempt to outline the entire wing area on the inside. This is very challenging, so be patient with yourself. Okay, I'm going to clean it up using that Q-tip again. And I'm just going to make sure that the line is evenly thick throughout that area. So I'm going to try something else as well. On the top where I've ordered the red, I'm just going to thicken that black line, and I'm going to try to fade it out to a thinner line until I reach the wing, where I'm just going to try to keep it red. So I'm just experimenting with this. I'm just going to thicken this at first. My thought process has evolved again. I actually realized that I can connect the bottom and the top. So I'm going to start by extending this eyeliner a bit. It's just a typical daytime look as it reaches past my eyebrow. I kind of created that wing look. It's seeming pretty obvious that I should just fill out the outside with black, and this is kind of just how my thought process goes. I look at what it looks like, and then the next step seems to make sense once you move forward. I have this created. Now I think that the top should be thickened a little bit. Okay, so that is my final eye look. I'm gonna go ahead and just recreate that on the other side, and then I'll finish off with mascara and the rest of my face. I have matched my eyes, so I'm gonna go ahead and do some highlighter. I'm not gonna go too heavy on the highlighter because it's a little dramatic already. I'm still gonna go ahead and highlight the arch of my brow, my nose, and my cupid's bow. Now that I have done my highlighter, I'm going to go ahead and do a very natural looking blush. It's just a peachy pink shade. Next, I'm going to do my mascara. You want to do a pretty heavy coat of mascara whenever you do graphic liner because you can lose your lashes really easily when there's such a dramatic eye look going on. Next, I'm going to go ahead and do my lips. I'm just going to line my lips because I'm going to do kind of a nude brown color. Now that I've lined my lips, I'm just going to use my lipstick, which is a pretty similar shade. Lastly, I'm just going to add some pencil eyeliner to my waterline and the tight line, that's what it's called. That's the final look.